Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting episode of Telia Misfits. Woo! Woo! No? No?
Yay.
Yeah.
Woo!
Great. Bit excessive, but sure. But yes, we are at, what, episode 52? 52 of our wonderful campaign. And finally, tragedy has struck. But before that, I will be introducing my wonderful friends and players. Let's go in order on screen. First, we have Oshio. Hello, Oshio.
Hello. I did not expect to be first. I'm not normally first.
I usually throw it at random, but today I'm going to go in order. So, go on. Hello, hi.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah,
No
that's,
show.
yes, of course. Then we have Spyro Proxy. Hello, Spyro.
Hello, I don't have anything prepared because I'm not usually second.
Yes.
So, I'm Oshio. Ah, God damn it.
Nice.
throwing you off your game. It's what I live for. Then we have the very deceased Sarcastrophe.
Come on, man.
Too soon.
Hi, everyone.
I-
Uncalled for. Uncalled for,
I'm
bro.
sorry. I'm sorry. I had to. Then we have the lovely Savian, who is joining us today, and we're very hyped for that. Hi.
If you account for the fact that Kyoho did die and got better due to magic, we doubled the amount of character deaths in this game last session.
There we go. There we go. See? Think positive. And finally, we have Raining Blades. Hello, Raining Blades. The artist formerly known as Demir.
Press F to pay respects.
No respects here. No respects
Hey,
here.
respect. Mad
Okay.
respect for the mirror.
Yes, of course. Mad respect for the Demir, of course.
Yeah. Respect for Demir, not for the guy who plays him.
Why would anyone respect the guy who plays the mirror? I'm confused. Anyway, yes. Well, let's do the recap. And today, yes, it will be I who will be doing the recap. So, last session, the group had just about finished dealing the final blow on a group of cultists that were camping out in these ruins. A group of cultists, cannibal cultists, that were ordered by their leader, Taliesin, a man who Edward, the paladin in this lovely group, knew very well from his past. After the defeat of the cultists, the party was tired, exhausted from 2 tough battles, yet Taliesin managed to taunt Edward into pushing him to join him in the other room by using an illusion to trick him into thinking his friends were currently present and in danger. Once arriving there, Taliesin proposed a deal. He would release the friends that he was holding hostage, and in exchange, the party would go to another facility on the island that is currently looping time, looping the same day over and over again. They would go to that facility and sorry. Oh my god, my throat. Yes. Anyway, sorry. They would go to that facility and stop the device that is currently keeping the loop going, or go to another facility that housed the power source for said device, but also the portal that is currently behind a wall of energy behind Taliesin at that point. After hearing about this, Edward decided that he was not willing to make a deal, and with the agreement of the others, he charged at Taliesin. A fight began. A very, very dangerous and deadly fight took place. Taliesin, with his Wormheart minions, managed to deal heavy blows to the party, but the party managed to dish out just as much punishment. In the end, Taliesin used his magic to deal heavy damages to two members of the party, Callahan and the infected Demir fell in battle. Callahan went first, dying while Taliesin was still up. Then Kyoho fired an arrow right between the cultist's eyes, killing him. But unfortunately, by the time the body fell to the ground, Demir released his last breath. There was a moment of silence as Amaris, Kyoho, and Edward, the last remaining survivors of the group, watched the limp bodies of their friends. And that's where we're going to continue, resume the session.
Callan. Emma just kind of runs towards where Callan's laying, and immediately pulls out a healing potion. Which do I have? I have. I don't have a great one. So yeah, just a regular healing potion, and is attempting to feed it to Callahan. Just you'll be fine, Callahan. It's
You pour the liquid. However, there seems to be no reaction.
Callahan, you're just unconscious, aren't you? That's why I can't hear your voice or
Amaris.
connect with your mind. Or
Amaris.
Edward, you must have some healing. Edward, you can heal them.
Amaris, you know I can't.
Edward, no.
I'm sorry.
Edward, don't.
I can't, okay? Sorry.
Where's Kyoho? Is Kyoho? Emrys kind of looks around to Kyoho. Kyoho, there's we brought you back. You must know something we can there must be something we can do.
I still don't fully understand how I was brought back. That was Callahan's doing.
Then Demir must. Emrys kind of looks over to Demir, and Emrys' face just drops.
Demir is also laying face down, bleeding. Well, a pool of blood under him, but unmoving.
Maybe if we go back to the mainland, we can talk to the Church of Maul, and maybe they can do something. Right?
They were not the most helpful, what I gather. Trying to bring me back.
We were able to. we right. We have to. Surely, still, we have to act quickly. We were. I remember Callahan. The reason that the way we preserved Kyoho's body. Callahan used one of his spells, and that's how we could bring her back because her body was preserved. We just have to preserve their bodies. But
As you're
Callahan's
saying all of this, suddenly all three of you hear a voice speaking in your heads. However, this voice is saying something different to each of you. Edward, this voice feels cold and intrusive. You've had people speak in your head before, and one of them feels similar. Exactly the same feeling as before when you were in the other room, as you hear Talison's voice in your head. Good work, Edward. You are definitely a survivor. You are definitely the kind of man that I raised you to be, to fight and sacrifice no matter what to achieve your goals and always survive. You. I'm so proud of you. You've done well here. You can take the portal. The White Maw.
Talison's body.
Okay. As you look at it, it's still unmoving, and laying there.
Oh, sorry, I had a leg spike.
Oh.
Spike.
Did you hear what I said? Oh no. Spyro? No!
We've lost another one.
He has fallen and he can't get up. No. Okay. So I'm while he returns, hopefully. I'm gonna go with what Amaris and Kyoho hear in their heads.
Okay.
You hear again very intrusive thoughts, Amaris. You are used to projecting your thoughts and hearing responses. Kyoho, you're used.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Before you go ahead with this. The ring of mind shielding means that creatures can telepathically communicate with me only if I allow it.
That is true. You feel something attempting to make a connection. Do you allow it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Emrys kind of looks up and looks around the room, kind of almost hopefully.
Okay.
Like who's there?
And you hear both you and Kyoho. You two actually hear the same thing. In your heads, you hear the same voice of the man from before, Taliesin. As
I'm back.
okay, welcome back. Let me just I skipped to Kyoho and Amorous. I'll be with you in a moment.
Of course, of course.
No you
problem.
you hear Kyoho and Amorous, you hear Talisin's voice. The old man you've just fought and killed in your head. A message that you feel it's not communicating with you. It's almost like a full message that is being projected into you. Good job, Edward. That's my boy. Always sacrificing your friends. How many is this now? 3, 4 that you killed in your pursuit of success. That's how I've taught you. Always looking towards the goal. Never caring for who you lose. You've learned well. Now, take your reward. We'll figure it out how to bring back the White Maw another way. Edward? At the same time, you're hearing another message. Did you hear the message I gave you? Or was
I heard half of it.
yeah?
I stopped listening when he was talking about not caring about your friend. How many are
Okay.
are them now? Okay.
It's a slightly different
Sorry.
message than the message that Emrys and Kyoho are listening to. You wouldn't know, but it's a slightly different message. He's basically saying, the White Maw will be released another way. You can keep the portal. You can keep your reward. Good job, survivor. And as all three of you look towards this dead body, you see it begins to wiggle and begins to move. Then you notice worms begin to punch through his skin and flesh. Worms that are rather large, longer than a palm. They begin to devour, several of them begin to devour what is left of Taliesin. Little by little, you see more and more worms come out of his body until
I just
yes.
while this is happening, like when you know, as this message is playing in Emry's head, Emry's just kind of starts shaking their head, just no, you. And Emry's at first Emry's like pulls out the dagger of venom and like looks towards the corpse. When it starts pouring with worms, Emrys is instead going to reach into the backpack of holding and is going to pull out a bottle of alchemist fire and throw it at the corpse.
Okay. So you take out a bottle of alchemist fire, just chuck it at the corpse. Immediately, it lands on the body, cracks open, and you all see as this green fire immediately erupts and consumes Talisin's body, killing the worms and burning what little is left of the body. You just see this green flame that does not go out, it just stays there, just burning that small portion where the body is laying.
You.
It's okay, Emrys. He's gone now.
He was in my head.
It was in my head too. He
Mine as well.
he's terrifying, or was, or still is. I don't know.
I'm assuming that the message that was put into my mind was something he would hope would cause discord in what remains of us.
What do you mean cause discord?
Talking about the people that you've sacrificed in your attempts to take him down, but no way that
I haven't sacrificed anyone.
I understand, and I do not accept the picture of reality he attempted to paint.
Emrys throws another bottle
Thank
of
you.
Spire at the corpse.
Nice.
I swear to God, for a moment I thought you said Emrys throws a bottle at Edward. Yeah, okay. You throw your bottle, another bottle at the corpse, and the flame just gets slightly bigger and then starts to reduce again to the same size as before, but it keeps burning.
Emrys is just kind of watching it and just kind of, their eyes are kind of welling up with tears.
All right. So, what do you do?
So there's nothing there, just ashes and green fire.
As far as you can see, just ashes and green fire.
Edward turns to Emrys and Kyoho. So, I think we should leave. Just go.
Should we disable this portal first?
How?
That's a good question.
If what he said was true. I don't think we can.
Emrys just kind of turns around from the fire after a bit and kind of drags their feet over towards. How close are Callahan and Demir's bodies?
Oh, they're right by each other. They literally
Emrys just
fell
kind of,
right next to each other.
Emrys just kind of drags their feet over towards them and just kind of slumps down next to them, just sitting down, just looking at them.
All right.
I feel we should at least do something to put those two to rest.
There has to be. There has to be something.
I don't think that there is a camera. I've never heard of it.
Um, are you staying here for a moment? You do see the light coming from the wall of energy up ahead, and the what seems to be the portal behind it. Aside from that, you do still see the bodies of the worm hearts. The worms that were around their bodies seem to have been killed during the fight, so they are unmoving. One of them is actually under the mirror, now that I think about it. But
when Emrys notices that, Emrys is gonna very gently kind of do their best to lift Demir's much larger body than Emery's up and just kind of kick out the body
Roll
underneath.
strength. I want to see.
Edward will help.
Okay, so I'm going to say with Edward's help, you don't even need to roll strength, because Edward is doing most of the work, and you just grab Demir and you begin to pull. You turn him around and you begin to pull him, and as you're pulling him, you start seeing movement around his chest.
Is Emery's kind of puts an ear to Demir's chest,
All
kind of
right.
listening for a heartbeat or something.
You don't hear a heartbeat,
Demir,
but you hear several instances of movement inside him. The sound of ripping of flesh.
no. Demir, no. Emery's is going.
Emery, stand back.
We no. We can't. Emery's is going to. Emery's just kind of holds a hand over Demir and casts sleep.
Okay. All right. You cast sleep. The dust starts coming out of your, around your hands and around the mirror. You still see the movement.
While Emrys is doing this, Edward will try to sneakily retrieve the legendary mini book of Maul.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So Amaris is casting sleep, and you turn around and you lift up Callahan's arm, and you see the small book of Maul. But Amaris, you still see the movement.
What kind of clothes does Demir wear?
He wears robes, correct?
Right. Oh yeah. Emery's is going to kind of try and pull away at the robes to see Demir's bare chest.
Okay.
And figure out what's going on with this movement.
When you start opening the robes, Kyoho, you start seeing that. You start seeing Amaris start to pull at the robes while Edward is at Callahan's looking for something. What are you doing, Kyoho?
Standing back and processing what's happening.
Okay.
And
That's
I'm
perfectly
not
fair.
certain that there's much that Kyoho could do to say like interrupt what
It's perfectly
Emrys is
fine.
doing.
That's perfectly fine.
So
All right. So
sort of letting Emrys hopefully come to grips with what has happened.
Okay. Emrys, you pull up, you open up Demir's robes, and you do see his bare chest. You pull up his shirt, and you see that it is indeed. You see small bumps appear here and there on his chest and on his stomach, mostly around his torso. Something is definitely inside that.
Just out of character.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why sleep wouldn't work. Unless there's some kind of special worm, I guess, that can't sleep or something, but...
Out of character, I can't actually tell you. your theories. I can't tell you yes or no unless Emrys would
Okay.
know.
I just wanted to like make sure that it wasn't like, because like sleep isn't affected by like barriers or anything. Like it's
Yes,
just
yes.
everything in a certain area. Yeah. Anyway, Emrys just kind of looks at Demir's chest and then kind of looks to Edward and Kyoho. Just we can't leave him like this. We have to do something quickly.
Considering trying to cremate him so that I can bring his ashes back to Onigashima.
Emrys kind of gulps and reaches into the backpack and takes out some bottles of alchemist fire. We can't allow them to.
Emrys, are you sure?
His body is not food.
It's not.
Emrys kind of holds out one of the bottles for Kyo, since Kyo's the one who suggested it.
Player question: would the alchemist fire leave ashes?
Yes.
Do we have an urn or a vial big enough, though?
On you?
I have empty.
Not really.
I have empty bottles. 2 empty bottles from the healing potion, and I guess empty bottles from the alchemist fire. How big are the alchemist fire bottles?
Alchemist fire bottles are very small. Yeah, no, they can easily fit. They can easily fit in your palm. So
Yeah, and I've got the empty bottle from the Potion of Speed.
I will say the little bottles you have will not contain the bodies. Plus, having to put the ashes in multiple different bottles.
Yeah, kind of defeats the purpose. Yeah. Okay. What if?
Is there anything in the
the rumbling is only on the chat.
Koho, please. We can't let those things stay there, please.
Trying to ask a player question about something in the area to put the urns in.
Oh, roll.
Who's deciding on this? Emrys is being very indecisive. Very.
Okay. Sev, Kyoho, go roll me perception to see what you to see what you see.
I still have. Wait, no, I don't have advantage turned on. Why did it roll twice?
Weird. It's not set to always advantage, right?
Yeah. Okay, I did have advantage turned on.
Okay. All
I
right.
rolled the same number twice. So
yeah, I noticed. It's great. It's always wonderful when advantage you roll exactly the same thing. But yes, you look around. First of all, you see the burning body of Taliesin. You see the wall of light, and you see these 2 rivers of, it's not water, it's this radiant energy that you remember Emrys throwing one of the creatures into it. Just pure. It seems, you look at it and it's actually pure holy energy that is just being transferred towards through this wall of light towards the portal. You see the bodies, but you hardly see anything else. You see a set of stairs, and at least in this room, nothing that can actually. It's very bare. There's nothing that can actually carry ashes of that quantity. That's about it.
Only on the chest, or is it spreading through the body?
It's all around torso. Whatever it is, it's all of it is contained inside the torso. Seems to be moving and tearing at the insides of the mirror.
Is this,
There's nothing to put the ashes in, but
um,
we need to do this.
Edward will try to take a dagger of venom.
Okay.
Emira's probably still holding it, so
Can take, and the mirrors. Will
Oh my god, robot. Hello, robot. Can you try?
Edward's
Can you try that again, Mister Crappy Internet?
Edward has transcended his mortal flesh.
Oh no.
Oh, me. Okay.
Can you try? Can you try saying that again?
Is it still?
A little bit.
Oh my fucking god.
My fuck god.
It suggests there is
Nope. Still,
side of the mirror.
still cannot,
Instead of-
and
Robo Edward.
very worried about Edward right now.
A portion of all subs will go to giving Spyro better Wi-Fi. Yes.
All right.
I'm sorry, guys.
It's fine, man. It's not your
It
fault.
happens.
You understand? No.
We understood that you took the dagger of venom. And something we don't know. Oh no, we lost him. Did we lose him? Did we lose him for good? Quick, Dusk! Play Edward! No? Okay.
Oh shit, I'm so sorry. I just muted myself. I didn't even think to press my goddamn button. I did a really awkward.
You're raining blades. I'm Dusk.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dusk, if you wouldn't mind taking it away from here.
I swear to God, I will hurt you.
Lil.
Lil. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, actually, Demir, you're the one that currently has these things inside. How do you feel right now?
Probably dead.
That's the easy answer. Come on, man.
Dead.
That's a cop out. That is such a cop out.
So can I introduce my character, the Worms?
Ah,
do I get
yes. I see.
Angry.
Angry.
They work like chimera ants from Hunter x Hunter.
The-
So
Silent.
the worms now have Callahan and Demir's minds.
Oh my god. Okay, apparently Edward, he can't even hear us.
Oh no.
Maybe if he resets the router or something? I don't know. Because he was in the middle of doing something, so I fear.
It's a bit awkward.
Yeah, I fear doing bypassing him. Oh my God! You okay? So I did not see that Dusk and Raining Blaze did actually change. You two actually switched your names.
Oh, didn't I see that?
His name was R.I.P. earlier. I don't know if anyone noticed that one. That's what I was doing.
No,
earlier.
that one I
It's
noticed.
been RIP since like last session.
No.
Okay, fucking
Yeah, no.
kill the party.
Yeah, there's no too soon when it comes to RB. Okay, okay.
Can
Edward,
you hear us?
you can hear us? Well,
Right.
Spyro.
Maybe you can.
Can you
Oh.
hear me?
Yeah.
He's here.
Yeah.
Quick,
Okay, sorry.
before you crash again, what are you doing with the knife?
Wait, do I have the knife now?
Yes.
Okay, so Edward is shaking a lot, but he's gonna try to surgically open the mirror's chest and remove whatever is inside.
Okay, roll a medicine.
Okay, let me open my computer.
Dr. Edward is on the case. Also, Gooey,
Okay.
thank you so much for the hydrate and the parser check. Yeah. Everyone, take care of yourselves.
Sorry, because I literally turned off anything I had that was connected to the internet.
You want me to roll for you?
Okay, roll, do it.
I
I'm
can
turning it on. With...
I can just open
Okay,
it.
no.
No? Okay. Yeah, this is fine.
I'm
This is fine. Well,
opening
then,
Roll20.
at least the internet is working properly this time.
For now.
God damn it,
for
Seth.
See how long this lasts.
Don't jinx it.
So
Alright.
you want me to roll a medicine?
A medicine, yes.
Okay. Dr. Edward.
I'm just
Praise
waiting
Donald.
for that one. I'm just waiting for that one.
I'm gonna use the hero point.
Waiting for that double one.
Okay, 19.
19! Okay. First of all, I assume you don't activate the poison. Oh,
Not
only
yet.
Emrys can actually do that, but yeah. Because
Okay,
Emrys is the
so
one
no.
who is attuned to it. Alright, so you take the very sharp blade that you actually got, and that Emrys actually got one of the first sessions, and you put it to the mirror's chest, and you begin to cut actually a very wonderful Y shape, very professional looking, as you cut through the underneath the ribs, and you open it up. It's very disgusting. And you put your hands inside the mirror and it starts opening up. There's this foul smell that immediately hits you, and then you see these many worms that are moving around inside of the mirror, eating away at his internal organs.
Emrys gags and casts Mage Hand and just starts like grabbing them and flinging them out and trying to squish them.
Okay. You pick up one and fling it out. Pick up another and fling it and start flinging it out. You pick up. They're not huge. They're not like the ones that were eating Taliesin, who were like palm size, and then eventually by the time you threw the alchemist fire, some of them were like almost forearm size. These ones are almost like small fingers that are eating away. You throw them. You actually see one of them falls into the small river of energy, and it burns up immediately. But you're like immediately just picking them off. Edward, what are you doing while Emrys is doing that?
Attempting not to throw up.
Okay.
Oh no, wait. Did Edward manage to get the mini book of Maul?
Yes.
Okay, he's going to flip through it looking for anything related to resurrection.
Okay. Roll investigation. I just want to see, Sev, Kyoho, the scene that you see before you is this hulking Edward with this tiny.
20.
Yeah, I know.
Natural 20.
Yes, I see. I know. With this tiny little book, as he's like flipping through the pages while standing in front of the dissected corpse of the Mir, while Emerus is mage handing one by one these worms that they can find. Yes, I
It it needs to be done to get rid of the worms.
As you're saying that, Edward, you're like flipping through, and you stop at a page. Mini Book of Mal isn't like a research paper. It's a
It's a
Sorry.
miniature book. Some might
Excuse
say.
me, in the pocket edition. I was telling, I don't know if it's worthwhile mentioning it to Yi, but I was talking to Spire about it. He's flipping to the mini book of Maul, right?
yeah.
In the mini book of Maul, in between like all the margins and like a bunch of passages have been scribbled out and written over. Callahan's been writing about like their journey and their adventure and all that.
Yeah.
Like there's Terry and all that, and it's very heartwarming stuff. So yeah, that's my little tidbit.
Yeah, you start seeing all that, Edward. Like, you see the moment where you were sped out of the portal. You see passages on the road. The time you spent sailing. Yeah, it's very very nice. But
Edward squints and just thinks to himself, who the hell is Arthur Dane?
Fair, very fair, very fair. His name is everywhere here. Oh my god. But you start seeing through, and again, it's not a research paper. Like it doesn't have like detailed information, but you do. There is a passage that actually catches your eye. It basically Callahan uses the book whenever he was preparing his spells. He had the book and he reads passages from it to be able to prepare the spells. And one of the passages indicates that for a resurrection to work, a body needs to be intact, and it cannot be longer than a few precious moments that it takes the soul to pass on to the halls of Mal. So it needs to be done quickly, and the body needs to be intact.
So Edward would recognize it because he also knows gentle repose. He just didn't have it prepared.
Mm-hmm.
But okay. He closes the book and just sits there.
Okay. You do hear Kyoho say that it has to be done to destroy the worms, correct?
Well, that's why she's not trying to stop this.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But
Removing the worms is something Kyoho is not against before the cremation.
okay.
'Cause then it would make the
Emrys.
ashes be, more Demir and not Demir and worms.
That's fair. That's
Right.
fair. Emrys, you're picking at the worms, but you do notice something. There are several of them. First of all, there seems to be many. Second of all, there are several that you can't reach, especially just going one by one. to actually eliminate all of them one by one is going to be a tough task. Especially Demir is a big guy. Was a big guy.
Emrys is gonna keep at it.
Okay. So
The water hurts the worms, but shouldn't have any effect on Demir, right?
you don't know.
We could. Oh, does Kara say that out loud?
Yeah, she's saying it out loud too.
Oh, I wasn't sure if that was what I was saying. Emrys kind of looks at Kara. Just that's yes. We quick. Let's drag Demir. If we could, let's try just putting his finger in, and to see if it what
Okay.
effect it has on him.
All right. You try to drag the body. Edward,
Kyoho will help.
Kyoho helps. Okay. Kyoho, you're an Oni. You can drag him with Emrys's help. Yes. You drag him over and you pull his hand down and it falls into this holy energy and doesn't seem to be doing anything to the hand.
All right. Then we could try submerging him in it to deal with the worms.
Yes, that's a good idea. Yes.
Okay. So you push the Mir's body into the energy, and as he begins you begin submerging him. You actually see the worms, all of them immediately upon contact, just turn to ash, and the ash actually leave the Mir. You hear tiny squeals, and then no more movement.
Let's lift him back up.
As it, by the way, as it is there, you actually see the body does the skin, which were a bit paler than his usual red, begins to gain some color. He's still very open, like his body, his carcass is very open in the torso, but you do see everything seems to regain some color to it.
When he's left in the liquid.
Yes, while he's submerged.
Wait! This liquid. Hold him there. Hold him there longer.
Kyoho will keep holding him there.
Okay.
She tends to defer to the people who know magic about magical stuff.
It's fair. You see that the whole body is at least a better color than the pale color of death. You don't see any signs of life, but you just see it's almost like the body is preserved in some way.
Quickly, Callahan's body.
Kyoho's kind of got her hands full with Demir's.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Okay. Edward, you take Callahan's body and you take it over to the place. I will say though, all three of you take 2 points of radiant damage as your hands come in contact with the holy energy because you're holding the body.
Yeah, lower this down.
Okay, so you just see Edward lowers Callahan and falls down and just tumbles over to the side.
What happens to Callahan's body that he's holding?
Also seems to regain some color to it.
As in he was holding it, but now.
It begins to sink to the bottom.
Edward.
Edward is down. He is out.
Emrys very quickly grabs another healing potion to feed to Edward.
Kyoho is going to pull Demir's body out and then go to try and grab Edward's. Pull it in. Pull
No,
it out.
Edward.
I think you mean Callahan's.
Do you mean Callahan's?
Edward did not fall in when he took the
No. Edward
No.
just fell back.
It's just Callahan's body
so
sinking.
Kyoho will go
under the-
to grab Callahan's body.
Okay, Kyoho, you take an additional. Oof, you take an additional 5 points of radiant. No, 6 points of radiant damage.
And she falls unconscious.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my god!
Just
Are we
see,
gonna die?
it's just the.
He's a TPK.
I'm out of healing potions.
Oh no!
Okay.
Okay, but
This is
you
the dumbest TPK ever.
but yeah, because this thing is burning. Like you touch and it burns you. But okay, so first of all, as you're pouring this healing potion into Edward's mouth, you pull off his helmet and you pour it into his mouth. You just hear thunk as Kyoho falls behind you.
No.
Roll first of all. Roll for healing.
What is it? 1d4 plus. No. 1d...
No. It's a normal healing potion.
Yeah.
2d4 plus 2. Okay, Edward, you regain consciousness with 9 HP as suddenly Emrys is just above you.
Emrys is just kind of like Edward goes. Edward.
Edward will try to grab Kyoho.
Okay, you crawl over and you grab Kyoho's hand.
And he takes 10 points of damage.
No, Kyoho didn't fall into the water. Like the moment
Okay.
Kyoho
Well,
put
you said
her.
Callahan was sinking, right? I would have to have gone in to get him, right?
This is true. Okay. No, yeah. So you grab Kyoho and try to pull her out. You take. Okay, not bad. You take 5 points of radiant damage.
Okay, cool.
As you pull her out, your arms burning with almost like. This is weird. You see no physical damage to your hands, but it feels like they're burning intensely as you pull her out. Kyoho is completely. She's not breathing.
I cast Lay on Hands on Kyoho. I give her 5 HP.
Okay, Kyoho, you suddenly wake up and you're in Edward's arms.
I have no more healing.
Okay,
0.
I want to point out that Edward and Kyoho, you
has
both
some
have
health
one
potions
wound.
If you want to check her.
Well, both of you have one wound. Keep that in mind. And your Kyoho is awake if she wants to check as well. Because Kyoho just healed for 5. But you do see that Callahan is, he sank to the bottom.
This is like the worst thing we could have done, but we did it with the best of intentions. And I just feel bad anyways.
And Demir's body, we took that out, didn't we?
Yes, Kyoho pulled Damir's body out.
Does it still look kind of healthy?
No, actually, as you look at it, it begins to go paler again.
Okay, so out of character, so these kind of, weird magical liquid energy things, how deep is it?
Roll a perception.
Well, I guess, okay. Oh, channeling Callahan right now for perception.
Nope, definitely not channeling Callahan, unless you want to use a hero point.
Yeah, I'm going to use a hero point.
Okay.
I never used a hero point for a perception roll, man. Just do better.
Just do better.
Channeled Callahan.
There we are.
There we go. There we
Look,
go.
I need to get a fraction of my power.
Okay. If you weren't dead, I would have given you a hero point just for that joke.
Okay, dudes, I love us. Yeah, it's all just abuse from beyond the grave. Like,
Yeah.
it's all
Yeah.
good.
Okay. Emerus, you look and you barely see Callahan's body. It seems to no longer be sinking. It seems about 10 feet down.
Okay, so it's not that deep.
No, it doesn't seem to be bottomless. Just seems to be about 10 feet deep.
And his body at the bottom looks, quote unquote healthy.
Ish, yeah. It seems to be just laying there.
Out of pebbles, use your deceased party members to check the depth of any. What?
Yes. Just check the depth by throwing your party member. That's fine. I think you've actually done that once. I'm not sure.
I
Anyway,
think we did.
yeah, I think we did. But yeah, anyway.
I'm not going to ask.
Look, it's been 8 years of playing, us two playing, so yeah.
I think it was with Dastan, the barbarian, that no matter how high he fell, he would literally never die because falling damage has a cap. I think we did it with him.
Something like that, I don't remember. But anyway, what do you guys do?
Emrys just kind of looks at, Callahan under the liquid and then Demir and just the the liquid it burns us, but for their bodies it's I don't know. I don't
It's
think
not
it will-
Emrys.
I no, I don't.
It
I don't.
looks.
But for the spell
No, no.
to bring them back, their bodies need to be preserved. If we can use this to preserve them,
No, it doesn't work like that, Emrys. It has to be really, really fast when their souls are still in their bodies or reachable. They're gone.
Emrys just slumps to their knees. They Callahan and Demir.
By the way, you look to the side and you do see that the fire that was consuming Taliesin is finally going out. And you see that only ashes and a few items seem to remain amidst the ashes.
Heather
Emrys-
will check. Okay.
No, Emrys is just. I was just saying, Emrys is just slumped, like
Okay.
where they sat, just not crying as much now, just kind of staring blankly down at.
Catatonic.
Yeah.
Okay. Edward, you go over to the body and you start to.
First of all, he spits at the ashes.
No, okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Thank you.
You spit at the ashes. That's fair. You start seeing that the only things that didn't burn were a ring, a long rod that seems to have several inscriptions on it, and a medallion that is a silver disc with a golden eye on it. And when you look at the ring, it strikes you. You've seen this ring before, Edward. This is one of Brahm's rings. He had this. It was his ring of warmth.
No, Edward is catatonic. It was the last drop. Just, yeah. You lost 2 friends. Hey, don't feel bad. There's another one.
Yo! You're in the
Okay.
presence of 2 catatonic people. What do you do? Are you also catatonic?
That's Kyoho's natural state. Not interacting with people. Kyoho's just like, finally, silence.
Wow. That's it?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
Leave Sev alone, he's role playing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Out of character, I don't know. I don't know. Are we gonna make it? We almost died trying to use that magic river. I don't know.
Well, you can try to go grab Callahan again if you wish. That is...
That seems
Yeah,
dangerous.
No.
Yes. Yes. Emerus is just looking at Callahan's body, sinking deep, with the mirror next to him, and Edward's just standing over the ashes of Taliesin. Do you just take a moment, all of you, to
Yeah.
just process?
Take
All
a
right.
moment to process this
Yeah.
character.
I'm gonna say you can have a short rest. Like the equivalent of a short rest, as you take a moment, take several minutes to process, and then you start to move and take care of at least some of your wounds that have been starting to ache. And those that choose to remain catatonic, the others can patch them up in their place.
Emrys will kind of maybe towards the end of the long rest.
Short rest.
Short rest, sorry. Start patching themselves up.
Okay.
Are we getting the equivalent of a short rest mechanically, or just...
Oh yes. You're
I
getting.
assume that's why he said a short rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Edward, do you pick up the any of the stuff, or you just leave it there?
He picks up Brom's ring, and the rest, the disc, and the rod.
Okay.
And while they're having a short rest, he does hide the ring in his pocket, but he does place the rod and the disc in the middle of the
Okay.
tree.
So the Amorous and Kyoho, you do see that Edward brought over this rod with several inscriptions on it, and this medallion. It's a silver disc with a golden eye.
What what we what should we do?
Now that we've rested, we can
I want to get away from here.
could probably get Callahan out of the water.
Yeah. I'll do it, Kyo.
Okay.
Fair
Edward.
question.
Yes.
Would my ring of water walking help with this?
The ring of water walking. You don't know. You'd have to test.
All right.
That said, if you're trying to pull out a body that is 10 feet deep, standing on, even if it's water, standing on the water is not actually going to help you much.
That's fair. I'll let
Does
Edward handle it.
Kyoho suggest this idea out loud?
I was asking in player chat.
Okay.
So, no.
Yeah.
Then Emrys does not have anything to say about it.
Okay. So, Edward, are you diving in to grab the body?
Yeah, he's trying to be as quick as possible because that thing hurts.
Yeah. Okay. So roll in athletics.
Hang on. I assume Edward is making it clear that he's doing this.
Yes.
Emery's just like, wait, we should tie a rope around you just
Yes, I was
after
thinking that as
what
well.
happened last time.
Okay. If it helps, I could take off my armor. I would be lighter at least.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Okay. So you take off your armor. You just see Edward with just like a fundoshi style, just underwear, just standing there. All right. He looks like a Elden Ring character right now, with just the underwear.
So he has like
No spoils, no spoilers.
he has weird blue-green skin and like a squashed, deformed face.
I mean, character creation is
rolling for
crazy,
no
man. Yeah. All right. So you jump in, roll in athletics, Edward. You're picking up the body. The initial. First of all, while jumping in, the initial damage that you take. Oh my God. Okay. You take 10 points of radiant damage.
I swear to God.
You grab the body, and you don't feel any much resistance in this liquidy energy thing. As you start to pull off the body, the others start to pull. Both of you roll strength rolls, please.
Just
Oh,
strength.
boy.
Or...
Yeah.
Rolling strength.
Hey. That's
At least you're no need, right?
all right.
Oh my God. Emery's.
Emerus Mama Bear mode. As they pull, you start to pull Edward. Edward, you're gonna take one more. Okay. You take 3 points of radiant damage as you are pulled out. You have no physical injuries from the all of this radiant energy that you've been taking in. Once you're pulled out, you see no physical injuries, but your whole body is hurting on the inside. It's burning like fire, and but Callahan is now out. Callahan begins to get his pale complexion.
Okay, so what's the plan here?
At least while he was in there, he still looked. If we leave here, then we'll be back in that loop. And we won't be able to contact Paris.
There has to be a way, Emrys. There has to be a way for us to get out of here.
I could. The Callahan's the device that Callahan has to contact. That Callahan had
The
to
bracelet.
contact. Yes. Thank you. Strange voice in my head.
You're welcome.
we already used it to contact Fabis, but I can contact Fabis now. But it would only be a short message. But if we it, we cannot trust anything that that abomination. And Emrys just kind of looks towards the kind of scorched mark where Talazan once was. What he said about the portal. If we contact Fabis, he might know what to do. At least then. We
But
came
can we
here.
contact them from within the island?
No,
I thought we couldn't. Yeah.
only while outside that strange time anomaly.
And it was Callahan who dispelled the mist so that we could enter.
We may be able to just leave. We didn't try. If not, then we can still at least contact Fabis from within here. He may be able to help us.
Okay. Give it a try, Emrys.
So Emrys is going to cast Sending
Okay.
to Fabis.
Okay.
And the message is Fabis. We have lost Callahan and Demir. We need help. There is a barrier blocking the doorway. How can we open it? And that's 25.
By my calculation, I still have 3 more. But
It's because Emrys repeated the ones at the start.
oh, okay. Okay.
Like Emrys actually did repeat that. 'Cause Emrys,
Yes, that's perfectly fine. Okay. So there is a moment of silence, and then you hear, "That is terrible news, Emerus. My apologies about your friends. This barrier, if it cannot be destroyed, the power source must be in its place." That's the end, because that's 25 words.
I don't have another sending. Or do I? Emrys is going to Yeah, Emrys is going to convert a first level spell slot to a sorcery point.
Okay.
So Emrys now has 3 sorcery points, and then Emrys is going to use 3 sorcery points to
Make a
hang
second
on.
level.
Hang on. Damn, no sending's 3rd level.
Sending's 3rd level. Yeah. Sending's high level, man. Yeah.
Oh, I can't then.
Yeah, you need 5 sorcery points for a 3rd level spell.
I'm one off because I use that sleep. Whoa. Yeah, Emrys is like kind of trying to contact Fabis again, but kind of just can't. And after a moment, just like I don't have any more strength to contact him again. He said that there's a power source, but the message cut off before then. We would need to rest.
I think we need to rest regardless.
Hmm.
Let's Emrys is gonna pardon me. I assume Emrys has kind of like a bunch of bedding material and stuff like that in the
Yeah. You usually carry
and
your
folding.
your bed rolls and stuff like that, and blankets and stuff. Yeah.
Emrys is gonna kind of cover Demir and Callahan in just like a blanket,
Okay.
and then just we can't rest outside this building, so if we move to another room and rest, I'm tired.
I believe we're all tired.
Yeah,
All right.
let's get some sleep.
So, are you gonna return to the room where you had the previous fight, or this one, or the corridor in between?
Well, the room that we had the previous fight is filled with dead bodies, isn't it?
Well, they're all in the pool because you had
that is true.
your
Actually.
minion throw them all into a pool.
That is true. So yeah, actually, we can go into the previous room.
Okay. So you head back to the previous room, and you begin to have your long rest for the first time in a long time. You're having a rest in a hostile environment without the warm and cozy dome around you. Demir's dome. You settle in. Do you designate watches?
Kilhall will take first watch.
Emrys is just gonna sleep.
Okay.
I'll take second.
Okay. So,
And, yeah,
Kyoho, roll me a perception. Edward, you can roll a perception as well at the same time. The cut on time 22. Okay, wonderful. And an 8. Okay. So, Kyoho, you stay awake. You notice it is silent, it is quiet until. And this is the first time you're registering this because your memory has been wiped every single time you've looped, which kind of weirdly coincidental because you weren't here for those times. So, except for one, but yeah.
What are you talking about? He was here, just his memory was wiped.
Yes, of course. But as you are resting, suddenly you hear rumbling outside. A loud, loud rumble. The earth shakes and everyone wakes up, but you're the first one to notice this as you start hearing the message from the angels about purging this island of the corruption. The rumbling gets stronger, and then suddenly it stops as if someone pressed a pause button and it just stops completely. And it goes quiet again. Emrys, you slept through this.
Mm-hmm.
Edward, you also slept through this. Kyoho, you're the only one that
Again.
noticed this. But then everything is quiet. Nothing else happens throughout your watch. You go to sleep, and Edward never actually wakes up. Ever again? No. Yes, no. Edward does not wake up for his watch. However, after your bodies have had enough sleep, you all wake up. Emrys and Edward, you wake up before Kyoho, and everything seems to be in order. Nothing bad happened. And then,
Nothing else bad happened.
yes, of course. And Kyoho, you then wake up, and you are all, well, long rested. So full HP, full spell slots, half your hit die, the good stuff.
Wounds healed.
Yes, and for the first time, since you got to the island, you eat a ration because you haven't have had to eat this whole time.
By the time Kyoho wakes up, Emrys is probably in the other room,
Okay,
just kind of sitting by the blanket over Demir and Callahan.
okay. Edward,
Edward goes take a peek outside.
take a peek outside. Okay.
Yeah. Like
You
through the big ass door.
you go to the big ass door, and first of all, you try to push. It's not budging. Then you do see there's a mechanism next to it that seems to open it. As you start to open the door, what you see is as the door slowly opens, you see the back of the big ass automaton that you fought to get in, standing there,
Close the door.
and it begins to turn around as the door closes again, and quiet.
Okay. All right.
You just say like, identify yourself or prepare for.
I identify as an automaton. No,
The door closed.
it wouldn't work. Okay. So,
Okay.
any other corridors, doors, passages, anything that we might have missed or that you've said and we might have missed anyway?
As far as you can see, you can roll another perception in the room where there was the
Wait,
first
can
fight.
it take a few hours? Can it take a few hours and investigate the whole place except the place where we had the last fight?
So you roll me an investigation then, as you're going combing the place.
0 point.
Okay.
Good.
You look around. You see the bodies in the water that were thrown there. You look. They've been picked clean. You already know. But as you look around, you do see there's inscriptions, like there's wall murals all around that have been destroyed, just degraded with time. Can't really make much out of it. There's some goblin, some things you identify as goblins, but and then there's writing, but you don't understand goblin, so you don't know. But there just doesn't seem to be anything that catches your eye here.
Okay. So he's going back to the room where Emrys is with Demir and Callahan.
Okay. And Kyoho, when you wake up, actually, Kyoho, you wake up as Edward is heading out. So I assume you both go together.
Yeah.
And when you get there, you see Emrys just sitting down next to the bodies.
Edward lies down, belly up, doesn't say anything, doesn't blink. Sometimes he blinks.
I thought maybe it could have all been a dream.
Nope. They take away everything, Emrys. They just take, and you're left with this feeling of loss that can never truly be filled.
If I've regained my energy, if we had just waited, I could have done so much more.
I'm sorry. I thought he was up to something, and I rushed in. I'm sorry.
No. I'm the one that followed you. It was Demir, as usual, saying we should hold back. He was always right. Well, we can use Emrys kind of holds up the bracelet, which they'd taken while the others were sleeping, or while Edward was checking out other stuff as well.
Okay.
We can contact Fabis using this.
Remember, you
Should-
have 1 minute of conversation with him.
Yes, it should allow more of a proper discussion. Just out of character, when it's been used before, has it just been the person using it who hears?
No, it creates
Or-
the last time you used it, it created like a. No, actually, yes. The last time Callahan used it, it was just
It was just him.
It was just him. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically like sending, but without the word restriction.
Okay. Well, unless there are any objections, I will go ahead and right. Emrys activates the device.
Okay. You activate the device. You hear an almost robotic Favis voice. The channel is open for 1 minute. Emrys.
Avis,
Oh, you're all right. I am terribly sorry about Callahan and Demir. What happened? Good heavens.
the there was a man, someone Edward knows, the one Edward was scared of approaching the island for. He
killed them?
Yes.
Ah, the fucker. Did you get him at least?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Very well. What was that about? Okay, so we have a limited time, Emrys.
Yes.
You said there is a barrier in front of the portal. Was that it?
Yes, it's a large
Do
wall of.
you happen to be
light.
able to disintegrate things? Is your magical power that strong?
No.
Unfortunate. All right. Well, there should be. Remember in my laboratory, there was the angel power source. It was fueling the other gate.
Yes.
And it was also fueling a lot of things in my laboratory. There should be another power source for that, for the wall and for the gate. Whatever it may be. I don't know if it's in that facility or some other facility. That I do not know. But oh god.
The
There goes my stream.
oh, wait, did it just? It's just went
Okay,
black.
out of character, if we could block the watery magic, maybe we could just block out the supply. Maybe? I don't know. Right?
Well.
Maybe if Edward says that in character. Emrys
No, I'm out of
asks.
character.
All right.
In
then Emrys
character,
going to
Edward
ask.
is dead.
Inside.
Yes.
Yes,
For
that
now.
inside.
Let me know when you want to continue. Or
Oh no, continue. I'm just fixing.
oh right, okay. There's I forgot what I was going to say now. God damn it. What was I've completely forgotten what the conversation was. Someone help me
He's
out.
saying that there should be a power source somewhere.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I remember now. That person I mentioned, he said that the power source was on another facility on the island, but I did not want to trust him on his word alone.
Well, it does seem reasonable, though. If they follow the same procedure as my laboratory, they would have the power source in a different location, but nearby enough within the same area that it would channel that energy into the portal. I do remember, though, there was something about the time anomaly, correct?
Yes.
Well, the time anomaly, it would also be fueled by the same power source. I don't believe they would waste such to create such an anomaly of temporal magic like this. Like I've been pouring through all my research. I haven't found anything close to what Demir Callahan described. It would require an immense source of power, Emrys, and if they use it wouldn't surprise me if they are using that immense source of power on the portal as well.
Wait. I know it.
You're not hearing this. Only Emrys is hearing this.
Right. I thought. Yeah. Never mind. I got confused.
Yeah. Emrys?
Yes.
All right. If you want to go through the portal, the barrier, you might need to at least take away the power source for the portal, for the barrier. It might take away the portal, but if you disconnect the power source altogether, it will also end this time anomaly. I am sure of it. I do not know what the side effects might be, though.
That sounds very dangerous. The loop, it ends when the angels completely obliterate the entire island.
So the loop was a defense mechanism. I see. Well, there is a problem then. If the loop stops, the angels will destroy the island, and there won't be any resetting after that. So if you stop the loop, you might want to get out of the island as quickly as you can. There is also the problem that the angels will be outside, but that, well, as long as you leave the island fast enough, I hope.
Yes.
Emrys, we have very little time. Do you have any other question?
There are rivers of liquid in the room.
That should be the power source being channeled.
I see. Out of character, the wall is translucent, right? I can see through it.
You can barely see through it, yes.
Okay. If I were able to get to the other side, would it be possible to disconnect the portal on its own without destroying the portal, this power source?
There is a possibility. I do not know. I have not worked on this portal. If it's like the last one, you'd need a certain sequence of algorithms and signs for it to work. I do not. Without being able to see it, I do not, and it cuts off.
Okay. Emrys just kind of looks up to Edward and Kyoho. Fabis, he said that the barrier and the portal are likely, well, yes, the barrier is likely fueled by a power source outside of this facility, but still nearby on the island for sure. And
Sorry, just going.
but that the time loop is also fueled by that power source. If we turn it off, if we destroy it, then the loop will stop happening. And if we're caught up in the catastrophe at the end of the loop, then there won't be another reset. Emrys is gonna go up to the wall. So is the wall kind of like, or the barrier? Is it like repulsing, or does it just feel like a kind of wall?
It if you go and you touch it, it does feel solid.
Okay. But I can just barely see through it.
Yes.
Can I tell how thick it seems to be?
It's difficult. Might be a few inches.
Okay. Emrys kind of goes to the wall, kind of, inspects it like that, and then looks at the others. I am going to attempt to bypass the wall. If we can destroy the portal without disconnecting the loop, that would be the safest option. Correct?
Oh,
Do
no.
you want my sword?
How big is Edward's sword?
Pretty big.
It's
What kind of sword is it?
it's about as tall as you are.
Slayer.
Is it like a
It's
great
actually-
sword, kind of two-handed?
Yeah, it's a great sword. It's about as tall as you are.
Emrys just I'll pass.
It's actually too large to actually be called a sword.
Don't you're not guts. Stop.
A giant hunk of metal.
Yes,
Iron.
yes, of course.
Yes.
Anyway, I will test whether I can bypass it first, and then if assistance is required destroying the portal, we can see what options we have. So Emrys is gonna go. Emrys is gonna go kind of right up to the wall and cast blink.
Okay.
So
I'm not gonna tell you to roll.
yeah,
I'm just saying at one point you do go into the ethereal plane, and
so blink. At the start of your next turn, and when the spell ends, if you're on the ethereal plane, you return to an occupied space of your choice so that you can see within
Yes.
10 feet of the space you vanish. So if I can see
Yes.
through the wall, I can choose a space on the other side of it.
all right. So you go into the ethereal plane, and once you reach the ethereal plane, the wall is there, and then you attempt to bypass the wall, and it's almost like your body is rejected, and you appear right where you stood.
Right. That was not successful. The wall also exists in the alternate dimension to which I disappear when I cast that spell. It looks like we may have to try it. Emrys just disappears again.
Look, like, but again,
Kind of
maybe
6 seconds. 6 seconds later, Emrys reappears, just like, apologies, I forgot to
Switch it off.
yes. Uh, yes, we will have to find the power source.
Can I attack the barrier?
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay.
Roll an attack roll.
Just a second. Okay.
Okay. You rush the barrier and you swing right next to Emrys's head and you hit it with all your might. And then your arms start to tremble because you just hit the hardest thing you've ever hit in your life. And then your sword like trembles, you almost drop the sword. It's a hard service.
How far away is the portal from like the edge of the barrier?
Seems to be around 20 to 25 feet.
Okay.
Do you mind if I ask you to put us on the map?
What?
Could you put us on the map?
Why?
We didn't. Emrys is going to cast Mage Hand, and the Mage Hand can just appear at a point within range. So can I just choose for the Mage Hand to appear on the other side of the barrier?
You can attempt to, yes.
Emrys will attempt to.
All right. Emrys attempt to do that. The mage hand appears on your side of the barrier.
Right.
It would appear that magic cannot go through this barrier.
Right. And the barrier extends
From wall
if
to
we
wall.
look over. Yeah, I was going to say if we look
And ceiling, and it does seem to encompass
into
the whole area. There is
into
no
the
way
water.
through going around it. No. Just making it easier for you. It does encompass the whole that whole section.
Okay.
I was going to say that if there was a way to bypass it or destroy it, Taliesin would have done it by now. So there's no way that we can get rid of it in this room.
Right.
Oh, by the way, I checked the door outside. The giant automaton or whatever is now alive. So yeah, we are stuck here.
I suppose that's likely the reason that Taliesin didn't leave as well. But we'll need to leave. If we leave and somehow, if
we could just run. We could just open the door, run away.
I could attempt to engulf the automaton in something to hold it in place, perhaps. Although it may not be effective given its size. I against that, my it does not have a mind. My powers do not work very well against what is effectively an inanimate object.
Don't worry. I think I can hold them off a few seconds while you gain some distance, and then I'll run towards you. The thing is, if we are running, we can take the mirror and Callahan with us.
We mm, we can't. Or no, I the my backpack isn't large enough unless we were to.
No.
You don't know what I was going to say.
You're going to say we would burn them or chop them into pieces? No, Emily.
If we leave them, then we're leaving them to be obliterated by the angels. If we...
Not exactly. Not
Yes.
exactly.
Yes, exactly. Well, what
No,
else?
Emily. Listen. We need to come back to destroy the portal, right?
No, the
No.
angels will...
Angels. Yeah.
If we just destroy the power source, then everything on this island will be obliterated.
Okay. I think I could carry one of them, but could any of you carry the other?
I can try.
Okay.
I could contact Fabis to ask if we do need to go back for the portal.
You can, but I think that it makes sense that we don't. But I was going to suggest that we wait until the exact time that the loop starts, so that we would have as much time as we can possibly get. To start running
Yes.
after the parcel.
Yes, that the whatever other facility the power source is in, it must also be disconnected from the loop, as this place is.
Most likely.
So we would be able to wait in there for the loop to begin, and then immediately destroy the power source.
All right. So, what are you guys doing?
All right, out of character, do we want to ask Fabis if we need to go back for the portal? Because I don't know if I'm just assuming that we don't.
I don't think we have to, since the angels will destroy everything, but if you want to be extra sure, okay.
Yeah. I can certainly
Alright.
ask for clarification. I'm not
All
gonna...
right,
Yeah.
then Emrys will through ascending to Faris. I'm just going to ask this, like, briefly.
Okay.
Just, it'll just be something lines of, do we need to destroy the portal ourselves, or will the angels do that for us?
Well, I don't know the details as I'm not there, but if you are sure that the angels destroy the portal, I suppose leave it to them.
All right, Emma just kind of then looks to Kyoho and Edward. Just what the angels do is enough to kill everything on the island. At least I suppose, Kyoho, you haven't seen it, but Edward, you have, haven't you?
Sort of.
That will, I believe, something on that magnitude will destroy everything on the island, portal included. And to be honest, I'm not sure we would have time to go back to the portal and escape the island unscathed. So I think our best option is to destroy the power source and leave immediately.
Yeah, but where do we go?
Away from the island.
No. Where do we find the power source?
Until we do get to the power source, the loop will keep on going. We have as much time as we need to find it.
Yes, but where do we start looking?
Keep in mind, do remember that Kyoho was beginning to fade away.
Yeah.
So you do remember it's not as much time as you need as long as you pass the saving throw.
The strange liquid Faris confirmed that it's the energy that's flowing to the barrier.
Seems like it. That
Emma's
was his
just saying that.
assumption.
Yeah, no, Emma's just saying that. In
Oh,
character.
sorry.
If we can follow that energy somehow, it must be transported somehow. If we can follow where it's being transported from, it should lead us directly to the source of it.
Okay. I'm with you.
If we no, this is out of character. If we leave the room, is there
You don't see any
indication
signs.
of
No. This seems to be the only room where you see this power source.
that complicates things?
You get the feeling from looking at the construction and everything that it might go underground.
Could it be the cave that the goblins are protecting from the Oni?
Cave.
Didn't we see the goblins fighting the Oni
That was at the beach.
at the beach?
It wasn't a cave. It was a hill.
Was okay. It was a hill. I thought they were defending some entrance. Okay,
No.
my bad.
Well, it has to be nearby. If we we may just have to leave and search. We didn't search very far into these mountains.
That's right.
There may be other facilities in the mountains.
Okay. So do we wait until the night and we go?
I think so. It will.
All right. Do you want to wait until the reset then?
Yeah, Emrys will say one more thing though.
Okay.
But then what are we? Are we just leaving them?
I think we can take them.
Okay.
I can carry the mirror because he's bigger.
Wait, hold up. RB, how much does the mirror weigh?
Let me check.
And Dusk, how much does Callahan weigh with his
I
armor?
forgot. Yeah, we need to take that into account. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually don't know how much armor weighs, but on my character sheet, I believe in total it comes up as 0.8 grams.
Pocket size.
Now, how much does Callahan weigh? I'll tell you the armor.
4.9 is what total weight comes up as. I have no idea. I've never filled in that field. Well,
Go back.
The mirror weighs, well, I guess y'all are all European, so the mirror weighs 138 kilograms.
I write down 238 pounds.
Well, the armor is 55 pounds or 24 kilograms.
What do we use again in Europe?
Okay, I was just checking. It doesn't matter. I was just checking to see who weighs more or less. So Callahan would weigh more than the mirror because of the armor.
Yo,
Okay, so-
got a Slim Jim over here.
So Edward
So how much
will
does it
take
say to me?
Callahan.
What was how much?
What I'm gonna say is, it might be best for Edward to carry Callahan if you're carrying Callahan with the armor. Otherwise, the mirror is the heaviest if Callahan doesn't have the armor.
Do we just take his armor and leave it there?
What I will say is, regardless, Emerus and Kyoho are gonna have to share the load of one of the bodies.
You.
Emrys just I can carry the armor in my backpack. There should be space for that, at least.
All right. So you strip Callahan and put the armor in the backpack of holding. Okay. So Callahan is now much lighter than Demir. So I assume, Edward, you carry Demir. Kyoho, if you're gonna be carrying Callahan, you're gonna have to and doing strenuous activity. You're gonna have to do an athletics roll.
Oh, okay.
Once the time comes. So you put the bodies on your back using ropes and the blankets. You roll them up. and you tie the bodies to your back. You get to the front door. No, sorry. You wait until the earth shakes, signaling the angel attack, and then the ground stops shaking. Everything seems to go quiet. You know that now is around the time when everything seems to reset. Do you open the gate?
Yeah.
All right. You pull the switch, the lever. The gate begins to open slowly, and you begin to see the back of the automaton. What do you guys do?
Oof.
Just run? Do you attack? What do you do?
Just run, I guess.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna run.
Okay then. So the two carrying the bodies, please roll me athletics. The DC is going to be different because of the. Yeah, just roll me athletics.
Can Emrys help carry the bodies?
Sure. You can give one of them advantage.
All right. Who wants advantage? Oh, actually, who's carrying who? Kyoho's carrying.
Kyoho's
Callahan,
carrying
Emrys
Callahan.
Demir.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess Emrys will help Kyoho.
Okay, Kyoho, you get a reroll. Okay.
Thanks.
Emrys is not
You're
helping
welcome.
much. So you suddenly bolt out of the door as you do see it's the middle of the night. It's completely dark. Only Kyoho has dark vision. And you are rushing as fast as you can, rushing right past the automaton. You hear the automaton go, intruder, alert, as it begins to activate. But you continue on. You rush past at full speed. Luckily, Yoho, you do lag behind, so I'm gonna say you take a hit as the automaton launches.
My speed is 45.
Your speed is 45. You're also carrying the body.
Actually, her speed is 55 because she started to run
Okay.
near Edward. So
You're
she
lucky.
gains +10.
You're lucky you missed because you had this advantage. But you just rush past them, and as you go down the stairs, since you're getting further and further away from it, it does not seem to pursue, and you're able to reach the forest. The forest, no, the bottom of the mountain with the body, and you see the jungle. It's the middle of the night. Yoho, you see well enough. The rest of you are completely blind.
Right. Which way?
I'll trust your guidance.
All right.
That was not reassuring.
We'll try to navigate.
Okay. Kyoho, you roll me a survival. Okay. So, Kyoho, you begin to go through the jungle. It takes you only a few minutes before you see lights around you, one on each side. They're faint lights, but they begin to appear as you see two humanoid shapes come out from behind the vegetation. They are faintly glowing for a moment before that glow begins to fade. You see they are... Well, you don't see color, but they have this discolored form. Longer limbs. And these glowing golden eyes that seem to peer through the shadow, through the night. Well then, as for the other two, you saw these individuals dash out of the facility you've been watching. They don't appear to be goblins. What do you do, mysterious individuals?
Oni, halt. State your business.
What? Who?
Can I make an immediate check on the short one to see if it has any goblinoid features? The one with the weird crystal on their forehead.
Roll a perception.
Oh yeah.
Can I do the same with the armored one whose face we can't see?
Roll a perception.
Yo, what's happening? Are those... Wait, does Emrys understand what they're saying? What language are they speaking?
Yes, you actually understand what they are saying. Okay.
So,
Okay, so
Oh, that was a whisper. Oops.
oh, it's fine. I see it.
Good. Don't tell the rest.
I just have to look in stream.
Kill it like the rest.
Just immediately come in with the fire.
No. Okay, so RB. It's very difficult to discern this creature. It's covered head to toe in armor. It might actually be a goblin. It's tall, though. It might be one of the bigger goblins, or it might be a hornless Oni in full armor. However, Oni don't actually wear armor. They're not advanced enough for that, but the goblins certainly are. So you're left with that very weird feeling of what the hell is this? Meanwhile,
Remove your helmet.
yes. Meanwhile, Dusk, not Callahan, no longer Callahan. Dusk, you look at this strange creature. Its skin is not goblin color. You also don't see in colors right now, but it's not the same pigment of gray. It's not doesn't have the long ears like a goblin. Doesn't have this weirdly shaped nose. The stone on its head, you faintly feel some magic from it, but it's not corruption, and yeah, it doesn't. It's short like a goblin. It might be a goblin, maybe, but it doesn't feel like a goblin. It's weird. You'd never recognize this kind of creature. Yes, but the one that RV is playing does say that.
You remove your helmet.
Kyoho, what's happening? Who are these
some people
can-
have come across us.
the people? Are they also trapped in this place?
Perhaps.
Suddenly-
I am casting light.
On?
But I also cast light at the end of my index finger and hold it out.
Yeah, just kind of.
It has to be on an
Lighting up
object.
space.
It has to be on an object.
Then I'm touching the. Yeah, I'm touching my shield.
Okay, so the shield lights up. Give me a moment. Oh, sure. The shield lights up, and the Dusk. What are you lighting up?
I didn't realize this ever had to do an object either, but I would also like to cast light.
Yes.
I'm fairly certain, didn't Callan always like slap his forehead or something like that?
Callahan used to put it on his shield.
The shield and armor, yeah. No, I'd like to use it on my nice clean robes, my nice like very
Okay.
neat fit.
So suddenly on either side, the shield lights up, produces this torch-like light, while the robes of the other one just start glowing.
Kind of like a spotlight sort of thing, do you know what I mean?
As soon as this happens, Emrys kind of, it's like, oh, right, and Emrys touches the gem on their forehead and casts a light.
Suddenly, there's a ton of light in this place. It's like a light show.
Hey,
You can see that that the person Edward told to take off their helmet is not wearing a helmet.
And you also, now that there's light, you also notice they have this weird pigment to their skin. They are certainly not pink humans. They appear to be very, very humanoid creatures, yes, but they look emaciated, very, very, very thin. They have the blue skin and these golden eyes that seem to glow.
Remove your helmet, or I will be forced to destroy you.
And we are saying that as a nice little warning shot to you. So if you know what's good for you, bud, you're going to remove that helmet.
Edward removes his helmet.
Okay. Edward removes his helmet, revealing his golden locks. And both of you are left still as aware of that. It's not a goblin, it's not green, but it's not an Oni. Weird creatures.
Can I turn to my fellow being?
Yes, of course.
Well, shoot, I've never seen something so fleshy in my life.
Oni, what are these things accompanying you?
Those things can hear you.
Oh, we fully respect and understand that, but we also do not understand, well, you.
Well, the feeling's mutual.
We're humans.
Yes, I was about to say that they are humans.
Well,
What is this human thing you speak of?
I don't believe we're on a shoot-to-kill basis for humans, are we?
I do not sense corruption among them. I repeat, what is your business? What are you doing coming out of that structure?
We want to destroy it.
Wait. What are you?
Are we going a little too fast for you, little fella? And let's kind of like bend down a little.
Yeah, by the way, these things are like the mere tall.
What are you?
We are Ishim.
Yep, just two Isham. Mind our own business.
Emrys just kind of stares blankly. I'm going to assume Emrys has no idea what those are.
Nope.
Right.
What?
Actually, does any of you have religion of the
Knowledge religion?
No.
yes, knowledge of religion?
Nope.
Does anyone have God in their lives? Is a big question here.
Then none of you know what an Ishim is.
Um,
You said you wanted to destroy that structure. Why are you coming out of it then?
Because we can't destroy it from within. We need to go to another structure. Are you going to help us, or you just standing
we don't
here
even- we don't
asking
even know-
questions?
we don't have. Well, I mean, yes, we technically don't have much time, even though we also technically have unlimited time. But
Oh no, you'd be wrong on that, little fella. You have very limited time.
well, within this loop, anyway, you don't seem to know what that is, so I'm going to stop talking about it.
You know, I don't
strange?
fully think that
What is this facility to you then?
A source of the corruption.
and we are on, just so we're all aware, shoot to kill basis for this corruption.
Well, that is wonderful.
I'm gonna start walking towards the weird-looking ones, and just kind of look down upon them, but getting close, getting like starting to walk up to like within like 5 feet.
Emry's kind of like straightens up a bit, kind of trying to look a bit kind of bigger than they are a little bit.
Doesn't work.
Can I cast? Can I follow my partner up and cast friends on myself?
You cast friends on a person. No, yes, you cast friends on yourself, and then, yeah, sure. You can cast friends, sure.
And then can I direct it at who I view as the least goblin, which is Edward? And can I just try and communicate to him like whether or not like if I make like, could I make like a persuasion check on another player?
What are you trying to? You don't actually do persuasions on other characters, but Edward, for a few seconds, you're feeling like this creature is like, not like 10% less threatening and weird.
Okay. So,
hey, good. I'm gonna just ask just a friendly question between two amigos.
friends.
Are you working with? You might recognize them as goblins.
Oh no, goblins are disgusting, and they.
Oh, I
need to
immediately
be
start
put
nodding
down.
towards ratings character. I'm like, well, there we go. That's we like to hear that. That's a mark. That's a credit to yourself, friend.
And in that moment, Edward, the effect fades, and they use some kind of magic to, quell your worries about them.
Okay. So, Edward lays the mirror down gently, and then swells up his chest, walking up to the one that used the magic. So, what's the big idea? Making people friendly through magic? Asking a bunch of questions? Huh?
Oh, it's called an interrogation there, bud.
Interrogation.
Give a nice little pat on the shoulder. And guess what? You passed.
Emry's kind of glances to Edward and then to the others. Just, Edward, did they?
Did they what? You cut off.
What, Emrys?
Edward, did they attempt to influence you?
They succeeded, Emrys, and now I will succeed in stabbing them. And Edward draws the sword.
Ooh, I immediately cast Benediction on myself if I can.
Oh, okay.
I am casting a certain spell as well.
Oh
I,
my
I might actually whisper this just so they don't.
Uh-huh.
I should warn you all, as you are not of the goblinoidal persuasion, that if you do try and lay hands on us, we will have to, engage in Lacan force.
And the moment he says that, you just see the other one. Suddenly this sword of fire and just light appears in his hand, just forming, burning up and lighting up the area even more as he's standing there staring at you.
Stand down, creature.
Well,
Emrys just narrows their eyes and casts calm emotions on everyone.
Okay, everyone. I
We
think
have emotions. Is that all?
you as Isham, yes, you do have emotions. As Isham that have been living as long as you have, yes.
Emrys just kind of puts a hand on their gem and just kind of starts chanting,
What's the
descend into this psychic plane, quell the subconscious. And so yeah, they have to make a charisma save.
charisma save? Okay, so everyone that isn't Emrys.
Kyoho, I guess, because Kyoho's not.
You don't know, Kyoho could be very aggressive, but just silent.
Technically, the spell doesn't differentiate, so everyone in the
Yeah.
area will have to make the save.
What's the DC?
Um,
I'm gonna use my hero point.
okay.
I reckon my character's probably already done. Ooh, very nice.
Okay. So everyone saves.
Emrys casts calm emotions. Nobody is calm.
I don't have advantage. I just can't turn it off. I don't know if the button's missing.
Oh, if you don't,
Go to the gear and.
I'll do it. I'll do it
there's
for you.
probably
I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you. Keep going. Keep going.
if you don't have advantage, then that 10 is your roll, isn't it?
Unless you hero
Just a
point.
hero point.
No, I'm going to stay calm. I
Okay.
think this has
Then,
all been a little bit of a misunderstanding.
Then yeah.
I'm just
You calm
watching the tall, armored freak.
you could say beautiful, but okay.
I'm not saying that out loud. I'm just explaining what my character's doing.
I know.
You're still hurting his
one-
feelings.
The one with the interesting accent, who's not Callahan, Cry, is now
Okay, I think that's
not hostile and indifferent towards me. Us, I guess.
So nothing changes.
Nothing changes in this.
All right. So you're at this
It's
standoff.
Not with the goblins, with the corruption. Are you
Yes,
against
we
them?
have this. We have
Emrys
established
seeing that like their spell had seemingly no effect. Emrys just like, oh, are you talking about the corruption of the? Are you talking about the corruption of the fifth fruit? Am I saying that right? I can't remember.
Fourth fruit.
Oh,
The fourth fruit.
Okay. One minor thing. Dusk, RV, you can keep your hero point because neither of you are actually affected by calm emotions. You're not humanoid.
Nice.
Oh, nice one.
Okay.
Nothing changes, but it's nice to know.
Would Emrys know or be able to feel that
Yeah.
it wasn't having any effect?
Yeah,
or-
immediately didn't affect them.
But yeah. Anyways, fourth fruit.
Are you
I'm
angels?
curious that Weird little things
Angel-
like yourselves are familiar enough with the fourth fruit's corruption.
Interesting.
Listen,
Angels
buddy.
is what we are. Isham is what we are more.
No, you're just annoying.
Be not afraid.
I'm
Be
not
not
afraid.
afraid, but
Bruh, I'm not afraid. I will slam you.
oh, I would again highly not advise that. Again, my partner over here will relay in tremendous amount of force.
I believe it would be the best for all of us to attempt to de-escalate the tensions that are rising and perhaps
Oh wow!
try to explain the situation in a way that hopefully you will understand.
You are well spoken for an Oni.
You speak the common
That-
language.
That is,
Racist.
Superb.
that is an element of explaining what is going on here. This
Well-
island that we are on is trapped in a loop of repeating the same day over and over again. The world outside has progressed for much time past that.
Can I insight check that?
Sure. Roll a persuasion, as Kyoho.
Well, persuasion is the right thing, yeah. I'm not trying to deceive them. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna say, yeah, you don't sense false and lies. The words of Kador do not come out of her mouth.
I just raise my eyebrow slightly. What is this? What do you speak of?
Kebo telling angels that is very dangerous.
Are you saying that out loud or to Kyoho's mind?
Emrys would probably say out loud because Emrys isn't thinking to use it telepathically.
Yes,
Well, I didn't
I
think to use it
understand that,
telepathically.
but things are. We are not working against them, so I am hoping that we can come to a common understanding.
We have no quarrel with the Oni. The Oni are pure, lacking of corruption. These others, and I start looking at the two things before me,
Humans are a
Yet-
race that
have
has,
yet to be determined.
Humans are a race that has come to prominence in the time that this island has been.
Who mans? Who mans? Could you repeat that for me
Humans.
there, hon?
Human.
Uh-huh. Well, we may need to...
Can I, DM,
Yes.
can I do, would it be a religion check to figure out if there even should be more races that are forming?
Oh, you don't even need a religion
this
check because you know this. You know this. There is a third fruit that hasn't spawned anything yet.
But to our knowledge, that hasn't.
In your
Spawned
in your
anything yet.
timeline, no.
Then these creatures were just born. They are younglings. They are runts.
Much time has passed outside of this island. So they may be new from your point of view, but they have been around for quite a long time.
Yes, you also notice that the one in armor he does bear the symbol of Darman, one of the gods of the womb.
While seeing that, and gonna address Edward, say, "You there? You bear the sigil of Darman.
Praise Darman.
And as soon as he says that, the sword lets go and it flickers out of existence.
Okay, nice. No more extra light.
Edward stores the sword.
Okay.
Then you are not corrupt. You are worshippers of Darman. Yes. And he turns and addresses all of them.
You know, Darman is one hell of a god to be worshipping to. Great choice.
I'm more of a Maul worshipper.
Oh, you worship Maul. Oh, well, ain't that just swell? Look, you ever hear about this? Little critter like this worshiping Maul?
Don't see any sigils of Maul on your appearance.
Emrys just nudges Edward.
The real sigil is inside all of us,
No,
right,
the
Emrys?
book. The book.
What book? Oh, here, take it.
Emrys was just kind of muttering that, like not losing eye contact with the angel, just kind of nudging Edward, like the book.
Oh, would you look? Is that a copy of the book of Maul? That is the smallest thing I have ever seen in my life.
It's legendary. Only one made.
Only one man. Wow.
It belonged to a late friend of mine.
I'm going to look at the two corpses that they're carrying.
Yep.
Yeah, we are carrying two corpses.
Would we
Are
care that they're
these
carrying
the-
corpses?
I mean, they're humanoid band wrapped up. They look like corpses wrapped up in blankets. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look at that. Is that another Oni?
Yes, these were our comrades who recently fell, and we are trying to find a proper way to deal with their bodies.
Cremation always works.
Well, best of luck with that.
We don't have anything to hold ashes in at the moment.
Well, you've got your hands, surely.
Purpose is ashes. They are dead. They will stay dead. They will forever be dead.
No. We
No,
will.
I'll find. You're going to find that is the case.
What?
Emrys just kind of looks at the two creatures and then is going to send a telepathic message to Kyoho, because Kyoho's the one who like calmed things down.
Mm-hmm.
Saying, do you think they can help us?
Kyoho will respond mentally. I'd rather see if they can help us than have to fight them if possible.
Emrys kind of relaxes a little bit.
What you mentioned that you want to destroy the facility, but are unable to. Why are you seeking its destruction? What is stopping you?
There
is a.
If you wouldn't mind, we're kind of in search of a little bit of a rogue corruption around these parts. You were kind of hinting, had a little bit of information on it there. If you wouldn't mind sharing it, but otherwise immediate termination and such.
We came to this island in order to seek out a device built by goblins, capable of transporting them between places, between another place where they exist outside of this one. If these goblins are the corruption that you're seeking, then I imagine that portal may be what you seek as well, in which case you may also seek its destruction.
It's just we're on the same page. This portal is goblin made, goblin manufactured.
Of course.
I turn to Dusk's character and says that it must be destroyed.
We may as well be having the most blessed of days. That's
The
half our
host
job
demands
done.
it.
Jeez, if we get this sorted, we might be ready for termination.
Why would you be? Never mind.
One can only hope.
This facility, it is the first you have found.
Yes. Well, on this island, we've destroyed another portal elsewhere previously.
I don't
The
suppose
one in the
in the
lake?
direction of we've actually turned to Rainey's character. We've noticed there have been a few other hotspots picked up on our radar. You see, we were scouting out this area, but some of our comrades, in our own little squadron, they went off to the far mountains, and there's also a lake nearby, I believe.
A lake that contains a monster that has killed all of us in a previous loop.
You
Yes.
cannot have died. You are still here. Your logic is unreasonable.
Yes, never mind. Forget I said that. It's home to a very dangerous creature.
DM, would we have noticed this creature previously or
Nope.
know about it? What kind of creature? Is it another goblin?
No,
No, like a dragon, but not really.
it has 3 heads.
Would we know what a dragon is?
Dude, yeah.
Actually, you can roll. Both of you can actually roll history.
I'm not used to this. Oh, look at that minus.
Wow.
No.
Check this
Oh
plus,
my
bro.
God.
Check this plus.
Okay. I'm just gonna say your names. Vulcan. You've heard of dragons. They are not natural to this branch. They shouldn't be in this branch, but you've heard of dragons. Yeah, both of you know the same thing. They're not natural to this branch, but there are dragons in another branch that you were born with that knowledge.
I turn to. I can't even say. I turn to Dusk's character and say, "It's possible they came from another branch. That is why we don't recognize these." And looks back over to Edward and Emrys. Things.
Humans, thank you.
I prefer things.
Well, I quite appreciate the fact that they're called humans.
Well, I suppose.
And I am
not
even
human, am I?
more pleasantly happy that you aren't godless little critters.
If you are, what you said you are not able to destroy this facility, this structure. Why not?
Well, don't be asking why not, Vulcan. I mean, look at them. They can
The
probably get
portal
around the
is
idea that they're coming back to life.
That
the
is-
portal is protected by a barrier. The power source of the barrier is in another facility. That is why we're searching for another facility.
So to destroy this facility, you must destroy another facility.
Yes.
And what if that facility is protected by another facility?
There can only be so many facilities.
I don't know. Those goblins are some tricky little devils.
If it is other facilities you seek to aid in the destruction of the corruption, we know of the place underneath the lake. There is one at the far mountains, but we do not know much about that. Other Isham were tasked with seeking that out.
Have you been to the one at the lake?
You passed by
Yeah.
it. No, you passed by it. You've watched it for a little bit, but you didn't see any sign of anything around it. But you do feel that underneath the inside the lake and at the bottom of the lake, that is where the corruption is, and it's a strong power source of corruption.
We have not investigated the lake, save for knowing that it is a source of corruption, much like the mountain from which you just came. It needs to be destroyed.
It's something of a well of godless energy. I feel as if once our other Ishim squad come back to us, we're all gonna gang up together and, well, terminate.
Yes. If you require assistance, would only need perhaps a few days to reconvene.
In a few days, angels will descend to this island and obliterate it.
I don't necessarily recall hearing those orders.
Angels will destroy this island to seek out the corruption. In the time being, however, we must figure out all the sources of corruption so that we can eliminate them properly.
Then
Of course, if you feel that this thing guarding the lake can be fouled, that could be arranged and we could investigate this further.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, obviously, it's not our main prerogative to prune the branch, as we do like to say. But if there are no other options, we will most certainly chop off this branch. But a dragon on this side, it's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. Sounds a bit like a fib. But, you know.
perhaps we'll go to the lake and then you'll see for yourselves.
Well, like I said, we're
How
going to
does
wait
that
for our squad. I feel like we're going a little bit too fast for you, little man.
Patience is a virtue thing.
Go an amen to that.
Emrys. My name is Emrys.
Immerse.
Emrys. So that's. Oh, is that kind of like your.
It's
You
my
know.
name.
Yeah. No, I'm familiar enough with names. We dabble.
I see. Well, creatures who have not named themselves.
We have names.
Oh. Then what do I call you?
Oh, wow, we never introduce ourselves. Oh my goodness, I feel heavily embarrassed. Would you like to introduce us, or should I?
I already said my name in direct response.
I just spoke over you.
Character.
Yeah,
no.
say it. Say it again.
Vulcan.
My name is Officer Jerry Angel. A blessed day.
You see Vulcan's eyes roll ever so slightly.
It's not the first time he's introduced himself like that. It won't be the last. And with that introduction, we're gonna end the session because it's past midnight.
And a blessed night to all.
Oh my god.
Yep.
I spoke like that for a whole day at home.
Vulcan and Officer Jerry Angel.
Jerry Angel. Oh my god.
Three words. Not...
It's a long name.
The
Your
accent.
name is Officer.
Yeah.
Officer's his first name.
First name Officer, last name Angel. Middle
Middle name Jerry. Officer J Angel.
I swear to God, Dusk. I swear to fucking God.
It's hard, right? He makes it hard.
Man, I wouldn't mind. I wrote out like this big long backstory for this this great Scotland fighter. It was like he had like a whole background, plot hooks and all, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, Officer Jerry Angel. Let's go.
Oh my god.
I swear to God. Okay. I'm just gonna go find someone to raid while you guys talk.
Okay.
Guys, sorry we took so long to get to know you.
No, it took 2 hours.
You know what? You know what the best part is though? That if the time loop resets, we get to do this all over again.
Oh, wonderful.
What Emery's was just about to suggest, I'll just say it because like it's not, was that you want to wait around for your squad? Why don't you wanted to check out these ruins anyway? Why don't you come into these this facility we were just at? And then not get hit by the time loop and understand there's a time loop going on.
Well, there's an option. Okay, so we can continue this conversation once I rate it. We're going to be rating Halcyon Light. She is a dear friend. She's playing GTA and role playing while playing GTA 5, which is pretty awesome. I've seen her roleplay as a worker at a burger joint. Just brilliant.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
the GTA roleplay scene is real weird. More props to them.
Yeah, no, props to them.
It's something.
it's real good, you mean?
I mean, we roleplay One Piece characters, so
Imagine role playing, other characters.
I mean,
That's-
weird.
That's so
That's
cringe.
weird, man.
cringe. All right, so
They do stuff like, well, I've got my job, so I'm gonna go do my day
Yeah.
job in game.
yeah. But yeah, let's go.
Bye, everyone.